What's up, y'all? It's your boy Jalen here on another episode of Elevated Minds, and I got a good episode for y'all today. Today's episode is going to be called "You Get What You Give." All right. If this is your first time on the channel, go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe, hit the bell so you can get all the notifications when I have new videos. If you're returning, do the same thing. If you already found me, like that video, man. It's going to help my videos with the algorithm to get seen in front of more people. Let's go and hop into this video. So you get what you give. This is a concept that is so foreign for some people because they wonder why certain things are happening in their lives, and every single thing that happens in your life is a reflection of something that is going on inside of you. You view the world as you see the world inside of you. So you have to understand you're literally going to get what you give, because every single thing in this world has energy. You're giving off energy, you're receiving energy, there's energy all around you. We're all energy. And so you have to understand that every single time you have a thought, like maybe it could be ill will towards somebody, or you could be feeling some type of anger or jealousy or hatred, or, you know, wanting what somebody else got, not being content with yourself and what you have and you as a person. What you're going to do is you're going to start sending that out. You're sending out energy, and you're going to get that same energy back, because everything that you put out into the world, you're going to get back in return. So we really should take that into consideration, because we go through life so many times and we just do things. We just put out this energy. It could be terrible energy. You could really be, you know, putting out hate at somebody, and you wonder why you get it back in return. Like, oh, no matter what I do, I always seem to be having somebody hating on me, or somebody's always, you know, making fun of me or criticizing me, or, you know, whatever it might be. And a lot of times it's what you're, you know, think about what you do. Do you talk about people? Do you gossip about people? Do you talk bad about them behind their backs? Do you know, have a bad self-talk about yourself, or do you have a bad self-talk about other people while you're like out in public and you see somebody? Are you judging people? What you're putting out is going to come back. Like, really think about that. So whenever you mistreat somebody, it can be something that you think no one else saw. You've seen that, you know. It could be a homeless person sitting on the side of the road begging, and you're judging that person because they're begging. You know what? You don't know what they've gone through to get to that point. Like, they had to have gone through a lot to get to the point where you're literally on the side of the road begging. Never judge somebody. Like, because you're judging them, someone else is going to judge you at some point in time, because the law of the universe is what you put out comes back in. That's the way the Most High has designed the system of the world. So this is how it is. This is how life is. So the sooner that you understand this, the sooner that you understand that you give, or you get what you give, you're going to start looking at the world in a very different place. You're going to start handling things a lot better. You're not going to just go out here in the world and just be, you know, thinking all types of thoughts, talking to people any type of way, treating people any certain type of way, treating yourself any type of way. Anything that you put out in the world, anger, hatred, jealousy, bitterness, guilt, fear, everything, all that is going to attract more and bring it right back to you. So if you really think about it like that, you got to look at it almost like foods that aren't good for you. You know what I'm saying? You eat this one food and it always gives you the bubble guts. It always makes you throw up. You know that it's bad for you, but it tastes so good, and, you know, it feels good in the moment, so you're going to do it. And so a lot of times that's what, you know, we get caught up in, that just doing it in the moment, what feels good. We say something, we talk to somebody some type of way, we act out this anger because it feels good. But that's what this whole society has come down to, is self-gratification. And just that's more important. The self-gratification is more important than what really matters, what you're putting out into the world. So if we are valuing quick self-gratification over putting out, you know, good energy, thinking about what you're saying, thinking about what you're doing before you do it, not just, you know, being a terrible human being and wondering why the same terrible things are coming back to you. You got to remember the law of the universe. Everything that you put out comes back. I'm going to say it as many times as it takes y'all to get it. You know, it's so prevalent, but it's so simple. But a lot of people look over it. I know a lot of people that just say that, you know, all these things are happening to them, And it's like, okay, but something you have to remember is everything that's going on in your life is up to you. It's all on you. You can blame someone else for whatever, but at the end of the day, you have to make the choice. What type of energy do I want to put out? When am I going to start being conscious of what I'm doing, pay attention, and realize, oh, I'm in the spot because of what I put out into the world. So maybe if I start switching that up with positive, I start being more positive, I start treating people better, I start giving out love, giving out value, and just pouring out positivity, leading with gratitude and love instead of hate and fear. You know what I'm saying? That's two different wavelengths. Hate and fear is like solo. That is solo. You're sitting here gossiping about people. You're sitting here hating on somebody because they got more than you. You're sitting here, just looking down on somebody because they might be a little bit not at your level. But you got to remember, you always start from somewhere. Be grateful for where you are. Remember, be humble. You know what I'm saying? We all came from somewhere, and don't think that you're on your high horse. I'm telling you, every single time you put somebody else down, someone else that's higher up than you is gonna put you down at some point. You have to think about it this way. But in turn, the more good that we put out, the more of that comes back. So really take that into consideration. If you start helping people, you're giving people money, just people in need. Like you might have a friend that's struggling. You throw them some, $50, and it's just because you want to be a nice person. You got it like that, so you can help them. And you're not trying to hold it over them. You're literally just doing it to be a good, genuine person, a good friend to that person. Or you might want to help a friend with something that you're good at. You might be strong. They need help with a project, putting a dresser together or something. You taking out time to help them out because they're struggling. They don't want to have to hire somebody. That's providing service. But think about that. You start doing that type of stuff, you're gonna start seeing that stuff come right back to you. I can't even make this stuff up. I just started giving. I started giving out good energy. I just read this book. I read two books that I'm going to talk about really quickly. One of them is called The Game of Life and How It's Played. And I think it was written like 1935 or something. But it talks about, it uses scriptures. It uses a lot of scriptures from the Bible, but it's putting it in today's terms. You know what I'm saying? It's like really saying, hey, when Jesus talked about there's power in the tongue and all that stuff, it really is like when you speak something, it really is going to happen. Like you can speak it into existence. Our word can become life, basically. That's really what Jesus was saying when he said, there's power in the tongue, you reap what you sow, that type of thing. That's what this law of the universe is basically when you put something out into the universe, it's going to come back. So really, really pay attention. When you call yourself stupid, you call yourself dumb, you call yourself all these things, that's self-talk. That's going into your subconscious, and that's going to be a whole nother video. But you got to really pay attention to what we're putting out, our thoughts, everything that comes out is like an echo. Think of it like a bat when they send out the echolocation, the sonar. It's bouncing off the object and it's coming back. That's literally what it is in the universe. So we really need to pay attention. Anyways, this book was talking about the power of the tongue and anything that we can dream and think and put our mind into, we can create it. We can bring it into fruition. And that is the power that Jesus has given us, or God has given us. That's what the Bible is talking about. This is going to go for any of you believers, non-believers, whatever. This is just the actual way that the world works. And you can either believe it or you can't. It is what it is. But I've seen this really happen. Like you can really do this. And that's why you need to pay attention to what you're doing. You can't just be out here just throwing stuff out, being a terrible person, and then wondering why these bad things keep happening to you. So I challenge y'all today, really think about it. One time out of the day, or a couple of times out of the day, think about how you handle things, how you treat people, and wonder, do you let people out when they're in traffic, or when people are trying to come in through an intersection? Or are you that person like, nope, nobody's getting through me? When someone drops something, do you help them? Do you open a door for somebody when it's about to close? These little things is being kind, being a good person. And when you keep putting that stuff out and you don't expect anything in return, you're not doing it for a reason other than being good at the sake of itself. That's it. You're just doing it because you want to be a good person. I'm telling you guys, being integrity, doing right by people and all that stuff, that comes back full circle. If you can do it, if you can be that person that is full of integrity and good and positivity and gratitude and love, I'm telling y'all, bro, this other stuff is not it. Being hateful and fearful and all this stuff, moving out of scarcity, it's not the move. I'm telling y'all. I can guarantee y'all gonna just keep attracting the same type of people, same type of, situations. That's not what you want. I'm telling you, it's not what you want, man. Anyways, the second book, really should read this one. It's called Happy Money by Ken Honda, and it was really talking about, I'm gonna probably make a separate video for this, but it's talking about, when you give money to someone, that's energy. You're literally, if you have a bad attitude when you're giving somebody money, like, I gotta pay this bill, blah blah. You're literally putting that bad energy out, and money's gonna run away from you. You're gonna notice money's not really coming back because you're not grateful. Be grateful for every single thing. Be grateful that the fact that you were able to pay the money, to pay that bill, because he said when you're paying something, most likely someone has rendered a service or given you a product. Yes or yes, exactly. So you gotta be thankful. Hey, you know what? I'm grateful that I'm able to pay this money to pay my electric bill for the services rendered. Y'all have provided me with AC, with my light, this video. I can make this video because I have electricity and Wi-Fi. I'm glad to pay this money. You gotta start thinking like that, and then money's gonna start flowing from all types of different ways. I'm telling you, whatever you give out, it always comes back. So that's the video for today, guys. I hope you guys learned something. I hope I provided you with some value. If you are returning, hit that like button. If you're new here, man, like it, subscribe, follow me on all my socials. All that stuff's gonna be down below. Got some more videos for y'all. Hopefully to have some more guests coming on soon. And hey, go Warriors. All right, y'all, be safe, be good, stay elevated.